All right, guys, we are live. Hey everyone, welcome to the seventh episode of Talking Tech series with PEC ACM. Talking Tech series is basically our YouTube podcast series where we bring people from different backgrounds, having done exceptional work in their fields, and we tend to have conversations with them. They share their college journey, their learnings, as well as their experiences, so that we as students can get inspired, get to know the key takeaways, and can use their guidance to perform well and plan for career goals ahead. So, this is the first podcast of the year 2022, and today we have a very special guest with us. So, I'll just introduce you to Ritesh Goyal. So, Ritesh is currently a software development engineer at Amazon Web Services Germany. He's also worked as a software developer intern at Samsung Research and Development. Ritesh is also an alumnus of our college, PEC Chandigarh, of batch 2020. During his college, he has participated and won several hackathons like Octa Hacks 2.0, Hack 021. Besides that, he's also been an active member and a part of various clubs and societies. He had been an executive body member of CodeChef PEC chapter, and he's also the former chairperson of PEC ACM student chapter. And at last, the cherry on top, he has been an excellent academic student by securing a GPA of 9.5. So, without further delay, Ritesh sir, it's great to see you back again. Welcome to the podcast. And how are you doing?
Thanks a lot, Ritvik, for the great introduction. I think I'm honored to be here, to be back with you all, and feeling to be back with PAC ACM. I think it's really been, I think, quite a difficult times for everyone, and I see that you guys are doing this podcast, and I think it's really encouraging for everyone who is following in these difficult times, difficult to follow tech. And I think this is bringing very much value to all the students, and I hope we should get some value from the today's session as well. Looking forward.
Yeah, we are excited to have you as well. Now, Ritesh, there is a lot to start with, and you have an amazing profile. So I want to start the podcast with how and when did Ritesh Goyal start?
Um, it's not like I'm a celebrity. It's just that when did Ritesh Goyal start? My journey actually began, I think, when I joined the college or society. I mean, now yours or I don't know. So PEC ACM, it was like in the baby steps at that time, and the founding members of the society, they were all looking for the people and to so it's like we are in the first year of college, and we are all very I think energized to know different change of the environment and change of scenery and all. So it's like we were all pumped up, and we were also being very active during our first year as part of the ASM society. Then obviously I was kind of a studious student in my school time as well. So I used to like not attend so much. How would you say, like apart from study activities, um, there were a lot of clubs, but I joined a few of them just to get a taste of them. How did it go? But my main focus was on the that I'm gonna be part of this society, and one day I was hoping that I might be leading the society, and that happened to be true for me. We worked hard for the society to get it recognized, and also along the way we had also had hurdles, but with support from every one of our seniors, we got this society here, and now you guys are leading. For me, it was quite a good, I would say, ride, because this society has provided me with a lot of I would say opportunities in my life. During those 4 years, I kind of like had to work with a lot of great people or good good teammates, and some other distinguished speakers as well. And my journey, it's been like after that. Apart from the society, it's not only like that. My whole college life was only about this society, but apart from that, um, I try to maintain a good CGPA, and also like during the last year, I tried to do some fun activities as well. But 2020 COVID, and then everything shut down. Yeah, I think that was all. So I think I started to specifically answer your question. Ritesh Goyal kind of started with PEC ACM in his first year, and yep, studying. That's all I would say.
Amazing.
But it's
Uh,
the journey that's the wonderful part here.
Now, like talking about your programming journey, you have worked and explored multiple domains like web development, machine learning, mobile app development. Now, for a student who's just about to start his programming journey, what will be your advice for him? Like, how should he decide what skill to pursue after? And should a student specialize in one skill or get his her hands dirty in multiple domains?
Mm, I think it's it's good that you get your hands dirty on various different things, but I would say at the last that you must if you're doing something, do anything. Like it's not like I won't say that what particular things you should do. I would just say that anything that you're doing, just do it with proper proper enthusiasm. Because if you don't if you do it just like as a one normal project where you just want to score grades or something and you just want to edit on your resume, then it's not going to help. Be it web dev, be it android development, be it machine learning, be it anything. You can try 10 things, you can try 100 things. Unless if you don't have good knowledge about the thing that you have worked upon, then those 10 or 100 things doesn't matter. So i I was like very in a first year we had a lot of different workshops, and I tried to I tried to grasp knowledge of everything. And but obviously you cannot hold on everything. So in the first year I kind of did some web dev, and in the second year kind of when other projects came along from our academics, I started something like I think it was related to some android. And in third year we also went back to, I guess, web dev because of the PECFest website as well we built. And but it's that you do anything, you do it with enthusiasm and proper and know the stuff that you are working on. You should not have the cream knowledge, you should have the deep knowledge of everything that you're working on, so that anytime anyone asks you about anything that you have worked upon, you should not be like, you should not have to recall that and take a long time to think, okay, hey, what was I working on that? And that does not give a great impression. So be if you want to, if you have time to do 10 things, do 10 things. If you have time to do one thing, do one thing. I would just say this, but do it with proper enthusiasm, I would say.
All right. Talking about your college journey, you were a part of various clubs and societies, and you were also the former chairperson of PEC ACM student chapter. So, I want to ask, how was your time at PEC ACM, and how did that experience help you in our overall life and personality? And what is your view now on participating in societies for a college student?
um, So, for the societies, so as a fresher, when you join college, you see that there is a lot of going on. You get nice tours of everything. Everyone is, every societies have their that stalls where you just go and ask the seniors about details. Um, I was also like very curious about some societies, and I joined a few of them in my beginning course of time in my college. I think I joined couple of them, not couple of them. I think four or five at in my first semester, and my you will be surprised that my first year kind of mandatory course was NCC and not a technical society. And yeah, NCC was great, and it taught me a lot, to be in discipline and time management things, because after doing NCC, like, you also had to take time out of your schedule for other things. And I joined like four or five societies, and there were like workshops and all the fun going on around the campus. And obviously, first yearites, they're all always energized, and you can just drag them along as kind of, you know the people who are always there to, do some work for you. um for package, for other societies, it was, I think, very I really didn't had that, I mean, I wasn't able to develop that much interest, but I started slowly developing more and more interest about the society, because then I started doing some administration stuff for the society, and slowly having taking slowly and attending more and more workshops, attending more and more sessions, talking to seniors what we can help them with, where they need some like a second person to, do some work. And then slowly, I got hold of everything, and it was like, then in the third year, when the seniors kind of was on their internship, then second yearites are there who have, sorry, the final year people, when they're on the internships, then third year people usually start taking charge of the society. And that was the time, I guess, for me to realize that, okay, I'm going to lead the society one day, and then and the next year. So yeah, I think, at that time, yep, I was kind of hoping that I'm going to lead the society. uh, After that, when I became the chairperson, I think that opened a door for me to various opportunities to, be to feel how it's like on the other side of the chair, of the table. um PEC ACM, I think, has brought a lot of value in my life. Why? Because it gave me a lot of opportunities to, be a team leader, be a team member. Because it's not like you are just the head of the society. You have to have everyone walking along with you. A good leader leads by example. So I was always, I think, I'm very grateful to my team, because they were my backbone, and they were like everything for me, because Pacasium, I think, wouldn't have been possible only with me. So I really thank my team. I think Pacasium has, being a team player, it's very important, because after the you graduate from your college, you start, some might join the corporate world, some might start something of their own, but still you might have a team at some point. So and Pacasium, I guess, taught me a lot in that scenario. And apart from that, I think, yep, Pacasium has given me a lot of examples that I can tell people, hey, I have done this thing, I have done this thing, I have done this thing. And yeah, I would say. So thanks, Pacasium. Those
Yeah,
things
great
have
to hear
helped
that.
me a lot in my career as well. because sometimes in interviews, people ask you, okay, can you tell us a scenario about something? And I usually have a scenario because of the academic projects, or because of PEC ACM a lot, obviously. And that's I think it has really helped me a lot in my life. It's yeah.
Yeah, great to hear. Now, like moving on to your achievements, Ritesh, you have participated and won several hackathons like OctaHacks 2.0, Hack 021. So, for a student just starting out, how will hackathons actually benefit the students in their programming journey? And when can a student say that he is ready to participate in hackathons?
Hey, it's not no. There is no fixed time to start for the hackathons. You can. I would just say that just go and participate, even if you are first year. Right? What's gonna happen? Nothing's bad gonna happen. Okay, or at least you will participate, and you will get to know how the hackathons work at least, and how is the environment over there in the hackathons. So there is no fixed great time to start. If you just want to start, then just start. Find an opportunity, find online about hackathons going on around you. Just go and participate, make a team and go. Or if you are very daring, and just go as a lone wolf. So there is no great time to start. Just if you have a hunch about hackathons, then just start. um, what was the other question?
Like how will a hackathon help students in their programming journey?
uh, so hackathons, I think they do help you because first of all, it's a fast paced environment. You have to build something in a very short span of time, and that kind of shows you the startup culture kind of thing, I would say, because in startups also, you have to deliver stuff within very small amount of time, and people customer just standing on you or asking for deliverables. So it's kind of the same thing in hackathon. There you have to build something in 2 days or maybe just one day, and like you have time pressure, you have knowledge pressure, because you might not know everything about the stuff you are building. Um, then everyone there, it's like a peer pressure as well. You see a lot of competition around you, and you see, oh, they are building some cool stuff, you what you are building. But it's not only about building stuff, also it's about connecting with other people as well. If you're in a like if you are in some participating in some inter college hackathon, then don't just be there coding all the time, and working. It's not like that. Try to make connections with other people as well. Get to know what they are working on. If you find that interesting, get to know some more details. Try to connect with them, so that if at later point, if you want to carry on doing something, then okay, hey, I met this guy or girl in this hackathon, and they might know some stuff. So it's really a good time to make connections as well. And I think because having a good network is also important. It's not that you can only survive on yourself. You cannot know everything. So for me, I think hackathons, obviously, building you all, you can search for anything. I think you will find solution for everything on internet. So it's not like you will be stuck coding something. You just have to find a proper design, and you can code it out, I guess, very uh, depending on the scale of the project. I think you can code it easily. Um, but key takeaways from hackathons are learning plus making good connections. That is very important, I would say, because that has helped me a lot. Like, I participated in hackathons during second and third years, and that helped me to make connections and use the help from those connections in my final year. Sorry, one second. Yep. So hackathon, connections really helped me a lot during organizing some inter-college sessions during my final year at PEC ACM. Yeah, so hackathons can really, and also you can try it. Okay, let's say you have been working in web dev, and now you want to try your hands on something different. Then hackathon is a perfect opportunity to try something out. So just go and participate, I would say.
All right. Uh, Now, moving on to like your first experience. So you have worked as a software developer intern at Samsung. So tell us about your experience and what technology stack did you work on, and what would you guide people who are just about to start their internship and they want to make the most of it?
Uh, so my internship was pretty fun and very interesting. So I worked on what was it? I think I worked on some machine learning model, and it was about some tokenizing processed data from the customers, and we had to tell what's the intent of the sentence, like whether it's a question, whether it's a normal statement, or whether it's a imperative sentence. So we had to do some model. We had to create some model on that, and I think the technologies were pretty interesting because I explored quite a few. Most of my code was in Python, and I started exploring through the problem, and it was also like it's not the my internship was not only building the model but also to prepare the data for the model as well. So there were like two parts where we need to filter the data so that we can use it for the model, and then the second part was building the model, and it was pretty good, I would say. The internship was pretty cool. So if you really want to get the full out of your internships, I think you should be open to learning. So just not if you're expecting that someone will come and give you the guidance or spoon feed you, then that's not going to happen in companies. Okay, so you have to ask what you need. You have to ask, so that the other person is not having a sixth sense and they can't know what you need. Okay, so you need to ask for yourself. If you need anything, you need to ask. So if you need anything from your manager or anything from your teammate, then just go ahead and ask. If you're not also, it's not also, I wouldn't say like let's say you need to find out, okay, hey, how to split this sentence into words. Then I would say, if you ask your teammate, then he would say, hey, dude, do a Google search, you will find 100 answers on that. So obviously, if you're not able to find something online, then sure, go ahead and ask your teammate. But you should also be curious, I would say. Like, do some research on yourself, try to dive deep into some things, and try to do small research of your own as well before asking someone. And if you feel like, hey, you are stuck and there is no other way that you can find, then just go ahead and ask. I don't think that anyone's gonna say no to you. So to take the most out of your internship, to summarize, just ask what you want, and just open to be learning. Do some small research of yours, and um, yeah.
Awesome. So, right after your Samsung internship, you also did an internship as a teaching assistant at Coding Ninjas. So, what was your role as a TA? And while starting the internship, what were your expectations and motivation behind pursuing this internship?
So starting as a TA, it's like I had some of my friends who were already TA. So they told me about their experience, and I was like, okay, yeah, I can also join. And I was expecting that to guide some students, had help them with their coding issues. Because it's like, so you usually get to be the TA of a course that you have already taken in the past. So that you kind of know what questions are there, and how to tackle the question. But the interesting part is not everyone thinks the same. So for one coding problem, there can be different paths. And student the best thing about being the TA was that I really got to know about some pretty cool coding solutions to the same problem that I might not have thought about. And it was fun. um, Plus, I was kind of like, always, kind of the guy who always like, I'm happy to help people, as much as I could. So it was like, yeah, that kind of fits to my nature, and there was nothing else to do in during summer vacations. So yeah, I think that it's a good opportunity to do a small internship. And plus it would help me with my data structure and algorithm knowledge, improve it a bit. And so experience as a TA, I think it helped me to to look at same problem in a various different ways, to improve my coding skills, to improve my data structure and algorithm skills, to improve how you talk to the people if you want to get them learning. It's not easy to teach or to guide everyone. So that thing really helped, because when I started, I was really hesitant to talk to students and help them. But after that, gradually it helped me a lot to build my own interpersonal skills, and so that I can convey my thoughts well. Yeah.
Awesome. Now moving on to your most recent achievements. So you are currently a software development engineer at Amazon Web Services Germany, which is quite frankly an amazing achievement. So how did you get into it?
So it was my, I think, final year, November 2019, I guess. And my friends, I got to hear about this opportunity from them, and I applied there. And to be honest, I really wasn't trying to crack this, because I already had an offer from Samsung. And I mean, I was like, okay, hey, if this is not gonna happen, then I'm just gonna go to Samsung. I wasn't kind of expecting that I would be here today, but it happened. So I applied in November 2019. But the process started in January. I had a few online assessment rounds, and then we had interviews rounds in April, and then my final offer was there in April. I was very surprised that I cracked this. And in this process, I would say that the intercurriculum activities that I did in my college, that helped me a lot, because during the interviews, it's like I was kind of asked questions about some different time management or team management scenarios. And if I think I haven't participated in other activities than just studies, then I think I might not have been able to answer those questions with good examples. So participating in different societal activities, leading PEC ACM, and doing other stuff, doing projects, doing hackathons, all of this contributed a lot for having good examples for the interview. Plus, obviously, technical is also needed. Um, But those examples, I wouldn't have been able to get them without being, active in other parts, in other activities during the college. College is not only about studies. I don't say you should not study. You should study, but you should also have time for other activities as well. So I mean, just go out and join some society and just see what they're doing. If you like, stay there. If you don't like, join other society. It's not like there is only one society. So explore as much as you can. And um, regarding the technical, I think if you have a good grasp of data structures and algorithms, you will be able to uh, crack this easily. I would say it's not like that tough. It's not like that easy, but it's the right balance, I would say.
Uh, like, tell us about how is it like being an SD at AWS, and tell us about the work culture there.
So, being an SD at any company, I think it's a different kind of experience. It's not like your student life, kind of. Um, Being an SD here in Germany, I think it's very I would say, how to define this. Um, mm, it's good. It's good. It's good. And But it really depends on your team. If your team is really supportive, and if your team members are really considerate of you know uh, your time boundaries, or your um, personal versus work life, and if you can really set out boundaries for yourself, and then I would say that it's very nice place to be in. Because I have seen people just saying every time that, hey, I'm working 12 hours a day, I'm working 14 hours a day. But I think it comes down to your personal resistance. If you think that you just want to work for 8 to 9 hours, it's up to you. No one is forcing you, at least in my case. I cannot say that how about others, but um, being here at AWS for now 1.5 year almost. mm, I think it's been very amazing for me till now, and I haven't. I think I have had a great work-life balance as well. I have been able to take time out from my schedule to, work on myself, work on my personal skills, and um, also explore around Germany and all. It's not like that you're always working. It's just, I think you need to find the right balance for yourself. But apart from that, if you are specifically asking me about the company, I would say it's good. It's just that it depends team to team how your work is gonna be. Every team is not same. That's all. Plus, you get to work on amazing technologies. It's AWS.
Uh, how will you guide students on if they have an interest in pursuing a career at AWS, or they want to secure international placement? So, what will be your advice?
So if you're specifically targeting one company, okay, then go on their careers page and see if there are any opportunities in the location that you are looking for. Okay. For example, if you're looking for Amazon, then just go to amazon.jobs and search for have a location filter and see if there are any opportunities for you. If you feel that someone is there who can refer you, ask them. If there is no one, then just go ahead and apply. And I think I have been receiving some questions regarding the visa. There might be some questions on some company's page that if you don't have a visa, do you need one, or do you need? So students sometimes think that if I'm gonna answer like I'm gonna need visa. Obviously, you need visa. So some students think that, okay, I don't think that company is gonna provide for that, and I'll just pass and do not apply. But it's not like the case. Most of the companies will have a team who will help you to get a visa and to help you with all the processes that you need to go through. It's not like if you're not stuck there. So if you feel that you want to apply for the job, just go for it. What I mean, it's doing nothing worse, right? So you already, if you don't apply, then you don't have any other anything to start with. But if you already applied, then okay, you can say, okay, I applied, but it's that if you get the opportunity, then it's good. But if you don't apply, then nothing's gonna happen. So I would say just go ahead, search, open the company's career page and find the opportunity. If you find it, then just apply for it. And regarding the preparation, so read about the interview experiences online. How did usually companies also tell you the process, what it's gonna be. For example, if that they usually send out an email telling you, hey, this is gonna be the process, and like first we'll have some online assessments, then after that interviews. What's gonna be in interviews? Usually they tell, but sometimes you might not get it, that info. So you just go ahead and search for any interview experience if you can, and read it, try to prepare for it. If they are needing some examples, then I would say try to document that first, so that at the time of interview you have a doc in front of you, and you're not just trying to recall all those things and not wasting your time in thinking at that time about those examples. And regarding technical, it's I think everyone knows that you need to focus on data structures and algorithms and core computer science subjects, and everyone has their own learning path. I am not recommending any specific platform here. So if you if you feel the platform you're working on, it's providing you with enough good questions, then just keep doing it. Otherwise, if you feel like you might want to explore something else, just explore, I would say. But you have to start with applying. If you don't apply, then you get nothing out of it. Just go ahead and open careers page and apply.
All right. So Ritesh, you now have the exposure of professional work experience also, and now you have observed the difference that, like, can you explain to our audience how is project building in colleges that we do and the projects building that we do in companies, organizations? How is that different, and what will your advice be to students for project building now?
Uh, there is not much difference in the projects that you do in college versus the projects that you do here. It's just the scale of the project plus the team size, and obviously it's a corporate world. Um, in college, you are working for grades or to trying to increase your knowledge. In here, you are working for a company trying to achieve goals. And but I think the similarities would be that you need to have good team skills, and you need to know how to ask for things, and you need to know that if someone is doing something wrong, then how to tell that person that you are doing wrong. That's very important. And because it's because if something is wrong on if something is doing something if someone is doing something wrong, and eventually the whole team has to pay for that. In let's say, let's take an example of a academics project. Okay, let's say someone did something wrong in the project report, then whole team suffers in the grades, right? So um, that's really important that you learn how to call something out if you find something odd. And apart from that, you it's not of a much difference, I would say. It's just the scale and the environment that's different. College life is kind of much more of a freedom. Here it's like you're confined to some particular resources and all. College life, it's bit different. Like you set your own goals, you set everything for yourself. You are the um you are the only lead, I would say. I mean, in the college projects, corporate projects not that different, but they have real customers. That's the difference, I would say. But like the skills that you need, I think that they are the same most of the time. The team management skill, the time management skills, setting up of boundaries, talking to your peers, asking things you need. I think, yeah, that's all about projects, I would say.
uh, Now, like, I want to move away from the technical questions, and I want to know, how is the day in the life of Ritesh Goyal right now? How is this life different from the life you experienced at college, and how do you spend your time nowadays?
Uh, so, usually my day starts with working. I mean, after getting ready, I just work my day off, doing stuff for AWS for my team and myself. After that, I think in the evenings, in winters here, like the evenings are really dark. It gets dark at 4 or 4:30, and there is not like much to do for now. I think it's because of COVID, most probably. But in summers, it's pretty good. The light is here till 10 p.m. and evenings are very pleasant, I would say. So there is a lot to do. There is a lot to do, and you can just go out and chill out with some friends, go to gym or go to some other sports activities, or meet a group of people. There are a lot of international groups here. Just if you want to explore, move out of the bubble. And the day, it's like usually in winters, it's like work. After work, if you just want to lie down on your couch, go ahead. And apart from that, if you kind of into fitness, go to gym. If you are into kind of something musical or some sports activities, find something that you need to find an interest that you can pursue. Otherwise, you will get really bored in your evenings. So if you don't have any particular interest, just try to explore some online interest groups. And if you find that interesting, then continue. Here in Berlin, it's like there is no scarcity of opportunities, or you can just find on Facebook or anywhere else about these groups. And I usually my evenings are usually occupied and with something of my interest. And because it helps you to get your mind off the work and to feel something refreshing. It's very important. Why? Because if you only talk about work all the time, then I think sometimes your brain just takes that into some part of your memory, and you just don't get anything good out of it. You need to relax, you need to have something good for yourself. Yeah. So I would say that how it's different from my college life. Well, in college life, so it was pretty different, because after 5 p.m., then we went to societies and explore everything around. Or and in the evenings, so I was a hosteler, and we had a lot of fun in hostel. So that's the level of fun there you cannot achieve in here. It's really difficult to match. uh, that's why they say college life is the best. um, but I think you need to have some if you're out of college, then I think you need to have some interest, or at least try to develop one if you don't have any, so that you can actually take some time off the work and work on your own in personal growth. That's really important.
uh, uh, Now, the viewers watching this, a lot of viewers are from computer science background and a lot of viewers are not from computer science background. So what advice like will you give for a non-CS guy who has an interest to become a software developer, who wants to pursue coding? How should he pursue his college life and work on these skills area?
I don't think that I am the right guy to answer this question because I myself has been a CSE student. But I'll try to help others, and I think if they, I think during the first year, you have, I think, pretty ample time to explore things. So, if you want to pursue software development later on, then I think you should start at least developing an interest during your first year. So, I mean, it's not like you cannot read books. If you just want to pursue, then buy a book on any programming language and start doing some programming. Take some help from your peers. Make some friends with CSE student or the other guy, some other guy who has uh, knowledge about coding or can help you with. Then and start exploring. I would say watch some YouTube videos and. I mean, if you're really into coding, then you should be able to follow those things. I would say from your first year onwards only, because first year is the time that you have most free time. After first year, it's going to be the fourth year that you have the most free time. So in between, you might get lost, but you need to get yourself on track if you want to pursue CS, because you need to keep on practicing. If you don't practice, then you will just lose the touch, and you might then after that take some more time to recall all those things, and eventually they come back. It's not like they are gone, they are just hidden in some part of your brain. But yeah, I would say I would just say that start from your first year onwards and try to uh, try to read some books or try to ask your peers if you um, are stuck, or try to find some online videos resources for yourself, and maybe try to do some coding questions at least in your first year. I mean, you can start with the basics, and after that, if you feel like you are strong enough, then move on to some next level, and uh, try to maybe do at least, if you don't have that much time every day, then try to do at least one question in 2 or 3 days. If you have ample time, then try to do at least one question every day. Apart from that, that's only about coding. You can also other read about other stuff from other websites. They have pretty good notes, short notes about other CS topics like operating system, data management, database, and other programming aspects. So you can read over some articles and skim the knowledge from there.
All right.
I think that's what I would say for a non CS person.
uh, Now, Ritesh, you have we can see you have a lot of great coding experiences, and outside of that, you also maintained a pretty good CGPA. So, what will be your advice for students, like how to balance college academics and coding as well as fun with friends? So, how to balance college life? There is a lot of stress of people. How did you de-stress during your time? Yeah.
Uh, well, I um, I think maintaining good CGPA, it's not. That, one second, one second. I am talking continuously a lot. So, regarding maintaining the CGPA, I think if you do your college thing, if you take your college thing seriously, you can, if you can take out it time to perform good on your studies, then I don't think it's difficult to do such things. It's just that you need to find time to do things. It's not like you're attending the lectures whole 9 to 5. You have time in between. Um, if you want to relax, relax. But if you want to do something, then just do something. And after 5, it's like, I think hardly any student sleeps by 10. Even if you sleep by 10, you have 5 hours. And I think this early um, uh, people who go to bed early also wake up early, then you have some time in morning as well. So it's not like that you're having less time, it's just that how to manage your time. So let's say you have 7 or 8 hours out of your college, then have a few hours for yourself to enjoy, to have some fun also, have a few hours to um, go into any society workshop or anything, then have some time for your studies as well. I think that should be doable in my opinion. If you are able to manage your time, then I think you can maintain pretty good CGPA and doing fun and doing every other things and not missing out on anything, I would say. It all comes down to your time management, I would say. Regarding time management, you can search for online videos and how time management tips, but I'm not an expert on that. uh, Time management, yep, I would say time management. That's the only thing that I can say if you want to do everything and maintain good grades. Yeah.
Awesome. Like the final question is, what is one final advice that you would like to give to our audience, Ritesh?
uh, so I think the advice that I would like to give to everyone would be that if you want something, then you need to work on that and you need to ask for that thing. If you don't ask, you won't get anything. Okay. If you want to apply for something, then you need to start. It's you, from where you have to start. You need to stop procrastinating about the things. You need to start at least. If you start, then things will automatically come to you. Because if you don't start, then you are just lying there in your life and not achieving anything. If you want to apply for jobs, go ahead, open websites, apply. If you want something else, just ask someone. If you're not having the resources, if you don't know anything about it, ask your peers. If you don't know anything about something going on in real life and you want advice from someone, grab a person who is an expert in that topic, ask for advice. I mean, who is stopping you? It's the I would say just come out of your comfort zone and start working on things. It's the comfort zone that makes you think that, okay, I think it's difficult for me and I cannot do this thing. And if you just feel like that, then it's not gonna help you. You need to get out of your comfort zone to start achieving things.
Yeah. It has been like wonderful talking to you, Ritesh, and I'm sure the students would have gained a lot of knowledge and they now have a better clarity that what skill sets are required and what things they can do to improve their programming and move close to their dream software development job.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
let us move on to the Q&A, and you can drop your doubts, any questions in the chat box, and they sir will answer that. So yeah, moving on to the Q&A.
So
Let us see.
where is the chat?
There is one question from Spar Singh Bhatia. Sir, are you doing work from home?
Yes. Right now, I think it's because only because of COVID that we are working mostly from home. It's not like offices are not open. You can go to office, but I am mostly working from home. Sometimes I go to office, sometimes I not. I usually work from home. Yep.
Uh, Another question is AWS is department under Amazon or purely different company?
It's a subsidiary of Amazon, I would say. Yep. It's a cloud computing side of Amazon. Uh, yeah.
Shreyansh Gupta is asking, sir, when did you start coding?
When did I start coding? There were some things related to coding as well in my school. So I think it was in 10th that I had to been introduced. No, not 10th. I think ninth that I had been introduced to coding. And I think in ninth you have some basic HTML things, and from there you go on to, I guess, at least there was C that I learned in school, C and C++ a bit, but very little, very little. I wasn't. I didn't had any idea that I will take up CS in my future. So if you ask me that really when did I start coding, then it would be first year, I would say. In my first semester, even in my first semester, I started to dive deep into things and all. So I would say college first year.
Okay.
So for the people who are in their first year and start from the beginning, then I think it's good that I think in at least our college they start from the really basic stuff about the languages, I would say, right? Like introduction to programming languages. I think the first one they teach you is C or C++, but I think that's the most basic level that you can start with. And after that, you can start exploring some other coding platforms. And if you want to do coding questions, I mean, there are a lot of websites offering those, and some websites offer those based on the levels that you want to grow on, like from beginner to intermediate to advanced. And if you are new to coding, then take some like first of all try to get into some read about some stuff, and try to get your hands on something, like at least you should know how to write a basic code. And after that, gradually move on to coding questions. First read about the syntax, then try to get grasp of the logic, then start doing questions. I hope that answers the
Yeah.
question.
Let us see if there's any other question there. There is a question like first, should I cover all basics then practice?
I mean, how would you say that everything is basic or anything is not basic? I don't know, but at least if you ask me, then learn about how to write normal loops or conditional statements or functions and some basic data structures. I mean, you can also have some if you don't know anything about data structure. I think data structures are not in the first semester, and but at least the things that you should know about in the, if you want to cover basic, it's like method functions or methods. It's going very technical, like now loops and conditional statements, then variables or something else. I mean, that should do the that should cover the basic things. And I think you don't need much time to go on to go for to dive deep into all these things. um, but if you at least have knowledge about these things, then you can start questions as well on this, like let's say take up a question to print out a pattern, or take up a question to do some validations or something. That would be the very basic part, like not involving any data structure. You just learn to code the logic.
Yeah, that answers. Any other questions from the chat?
I don't see any other questions.
Yeah, I believe we have answered all the questions. So thanks again, Ritesh, for joining, for taking out the time to join and solve people's doubts. And I hope that this session will be useful to not only the incoming students but also the current students who aspire to join these big companies and work as a software developer engineer. So if you liked our content, please like, share, subscribe so that this video reaches out to more people and more people get amazing, valuable insights from the session. So yeah, thank you again. Thank you to everyone who joined this session, and looking forward, this to have such more sessions in the future. So yeah,
Yeah.
this was it from our side. Thank you to everyone. Stay safe and have a great day.
Thanks everyone for joining, and thanks Ritvik for inviting me here. I am very honored and grateful to being here today. And thanks for everyone being a lovely audience.